So today is going to be kind of a repeat of yesterday, which is bodyweight squats and cardio. Pretty easy day again. But I decided to do legs 2 days in a row. That way I can build up some leg endurance. And fun theory is to do like I guess a super session or a super workout at least once. So like the whole day, 2 minute timer, 2 minute timer, 2 minute timer, every time that you can. Well, not every time that you can, but a lot. To reach like a very large number. Then from that point on to tone it down to something like 8 minutes, which I did with push-ups. Me and my little brother, we did 16 minutes of push-ups, which is a lot. Normally I only do 6 minutes, or 6 minutes followed by 4 minutes, 10 minutes. We did 16 minutes. All back to back, including sit-ups. We did 16 minutes of sit-ups. No, we did 14 sets, which would be 8 sets, 16 sets, but 8 of each. So we did 16 minutes of sit-ups and 16 minutes of push-ups. Then I toned it down to 6-minute sessions of 6 minutes of sit-ups, 6 minutes of push-ups, which is the common 12 minutes of exercise. So it's good to do something like that once at least, and then tone it back a notch. So that's kind of where we're at. So with bodyweight squats, since I don't have a lot of it to record in, we are going to do another 8-minute session, 2 days in a row when we do legs. And then we may follow with some leg extensions for a 2 minute, 2 minute, 2 minute. But we will be doing cardio after this. And I know these are boring, however, I like to give the real thing. Which, anybody starting, it's probably nice to see like something normal and not something too like ridiculous. However, the total number of reps will be more than 300 by the time we are done with this. So to each their own. Type workout clothes, which I'm going to invest in some new workout clothes pretty soon. For the time being, I just wash the swim trunks after each session, and we call it good. Which these are swim trunks. They have a liner and they dry quickly. I just feel they're better than, I feel this type of clothing is better than basketball shorts and stuff. They're trying to put word out in the gym, like swim trunks. It dries faster, it has a liner, it's just like, why wouldn't you use swim trunks? But anyways, I don't have a timer today. The Alexa is not currently in service. It's just not connecting to the internet. It's having issues. So, which is, whatever. I can use the live stream timer, which I will never be able to see that from over here. Like, I can see it, but yeah. I was going to ask a friend to be the timer, but everybody's busy. Even later on, so kind of SOL on that move. Like that one. But anyways. Baby girl. But anyways. I'm gonna do some stretches. Try and estimate a minute. I did like a minute and 10 seconds. Cool. Not bad of an estimate. Nice. Could have been 2 minutes for all I care. Good stretch. So I'm not sure how we're going to do on these bodyweight squats today. And I seem to be losing more body fat. I seem to be. Which is the goal. And we may be removing the body hair. I don't know about the haircut yet. I'll have to talk to Sol about it. She's not really old enough to, I don't know, I'm going to put my hair in the same style as my baby sometimes, like a ponytail or something. So, I don't have a 2-minute timer. It's like really awkward. I guess we'll just stick to my common numbers of 18, 70 to 18. And we'll just do multiple sets. So, can you see that on the camera? My shoulder, my right shoulder is doing a twitching thing. However, we didn't do arms yesterday or chest. That was 2 days ago. So I don't know. But my shoulder, my shoulder appeared to be twitching. That's what I always say when it starts doing that. When other muscle groups twitch, I probably say it different. But anyways, don't know why. I feel I'm right too. That's how I put it. Shoulders. Use your shoulder. Anyways. 2 minutes of bodyweight squats, which eventually, after doing this movement a shitload of times, I will come up with a very stout and cool form. However, right now, we're just going to get as many as we can in 2 minutes, which is going to be 70 to 80. With a can-do attitude. And we're really focused on our legs a little bit more. We will still be doing 2 sessions of push-ups and sit-ups, sometimes only one. And focus more on legs and, yeah. Because we have 23 hours of that movement. Literally. Timed in 2 minutes of moving the entire time, which even push-ups, I pretty much exercise or stay in the push-up position the entire time. So I factored that in and lowered the number of hair, but I still have 23 hours of push-ups and 23 hours of sit-ups. And sadly, since August 20th, I only have 15 hours of cardio. And I only have 1 hour and 8 minutes of bodyweight squats since August 20th. Or maybe even before then. So we're going to do some bodyweight squats. And we're going to do anyways, we don't have a timer today either. We're just going to have to count 80 of them basically. So. Hey Jupiter. Yeah. Alexa, alright, that was not it. Thanks. That was 80 of them. And hey Jupiter, what it do? Yeah, mostly. And hamstrings, you'll feel it in your hamstrings too. But honestly, if you just keep doing them, you'll get sore in different spots based on form and just that's other spots we're trying to compensate and stuff. So we're gonna be spicing up our workouts pretty soon. By the way, I did these yesterday, only 8 minutes, and this machine too, but we're gonna do another 8 minutes. Start your legs, but I mean, it feels like cardio, because you do 8 minutes of constant squatting by the time it's done, which is good preparation for running, as far as the heart goes. It takes a lot of energy to do 80 squats in a row, but even if you had 3 minutes, like, it just takes a lot of energy. So that's another reason. Totally. If you manage to pull out 8 minutes of squats, even if you rest a little in between each set, you basically ran at least a mile as far as fatigue on the legs. Anyways. I like swim trunks. I have another pair, I just have to wash them. I just haven't washed them yet. Right. And I will be investing in another pair of swim trunks. And no, they dry fast, and they have a liner, and I always wear a liner. But they have a liner and they dry faster. So they're like basketball shorts and stuff. They don't dry. They like get stinky and stuff. Like even these will get stinky. You just have to wash them, you know. Seriously, I've been trying to get everyone on the same height of swim trunks in the gym or anywhere because they dry. Like they're made to get wet and dry. But anyways, we'll be doing leg checks pretty soon, but that's probably a month away. Like if I notice something in the shower, then I would be showing it. Like I didn't take my shirt off till I felt like I had some abs going, or at least some shoulders or something. So today we're just gonna do 8 minutes of squats, maybe some leg extensions, 6 minutes of it, and some cardio, which I'm hiccuping and burping up some food. I don't think that my legs are small, but they don't have like I have some definition here and here. I guess but it's nothing like to where I should be showing it. I might as well for some visual progress, but it's like an uncomfortable thing. Like I don't even really like to wear shorts, to be honest with you, or even tank tops. It took me a long time to be comfortable enough to even have my shirt off. Appreciate the support. Do you have a name, Jupiter? I don't know your name. Anyways, we're going to face this way and do our next set of 2-minute squats. And these videos may get really long because I'm going to spend more time in here and force myself to do like more. But coming soon. Okay, I noticed you've had this account since 2021 or 2022, maybe even 23. You've had it for a while. So I know you didn't just make the account, so I don't know if I actually know you, but the account's been there for a while. And Jupiter, you are a girl or a boy? Not that it's going to bother you. I appreciate all the support. We're going to do another set, I think maybe 70 or 80. Just depends on how much of a burn I get. When I first started these, I'd always make it to 70 or 80. But I feel a burn around 50 sometimes, and it just kind of goes away. It just goes away. I don't know what that means. It's like I can barely even tell what that is. You're making me laugh. So I can't wait till my lower abs start coming in. Because those are the hard ones to get. It's all good. Seriously, all good. Maybe not so much. I wouldn't even try and be secretive nowadays. Alexa, don't have a timer. I will be doing oblique work. Some of these down here. I'll definitely be doing some of like beat-ups and other leg and flutter kicks. However, right now I'm going to focus kind of like on push-ups and sit-ups. Those will be modified to something a little more spicy and fancy for 100 reps. But I'm just going to try and get really good at these movements first. And I will be doing leg extensions and hamstring curls, which I do have a leg extension bench. A seated bench, so I can do leg extensions and hamstring curls. I guess Alexa has the day off. I don't know. It's not connecting to the internet. It's being ornery. I don't know. So we're gonna do our next set. And if I try to do these back to back, oh god, I probably end up falling. But eventually, just like push-ups, I have to wait a second. So I'm not sure what my resting movement should be. Like I might just do like finger stuff for the forearms. By the way, if you hook your thumb around your fingers, especially the ring finger in particular, you get a good pull on the oh goodness. Anyways, right here, it really gets it real good right here on my ring finger, depending on where you hook it and how you pull. But today it's feeling very stout. You can time me. I'm guessing by the time I count 75 or 80, the timer will be up. I guess I'll start right around now, I guess. Here we go. Yeah, excellent movements to strengthen the hands, but you know, thumb to finger. But that's later on. I think that's what I'll do while I rest. That way I'm at least engaging some sort of muscle group. But anyways. It sounds stupid until you try it. Thumb, pinky. And everybody's stronger than they think they are, because if you grab a 35-pound kettlebell, it'll probably feel like less. Same thing with a sandbag. Like, well, if you can dangle a sandbag and then be burnt out, you can always grab a 30-pound or 25-pound kettlebell and be like, huh. But anyways, here we go. I think that was 2 minutes. I counted 80. So on the next one, totally down. I think I went too fast. Sorry about that. The sunlight. I think so. So there's a ton of sunlight out there. It's bright. So we're going to move the camera. The glare on the screen. Totally. Resting movements. I guess we'll just do stuff like this. Okay. My quads will need a few, maybe even a minute. Those ones felt smooth, but I have 2 more sets, and then I have leg extensions and running, and I have to have like 50 to 100 of these live streams before I really just poof, 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 you know? But pretty soon. At least I feel that way. Thanks. However, we are going to be doing over 300 reps within a short period of time on just squats. We'll just kind of float through it with the hands. The goal is to shorten how much rest I need and to eventually be doing at least 8 minutes quickly at around 80 to 90. Right now it's 70 to 80 with rest in between each set. And then eventually we're going to have, after we get real used to that, we'll have a like super special day where I do tons of them on however many hours, couple hours worth of them. Because right now we're on 6 minutes of squats facing this way now. So that way I could really use some glycogen. But pretty soon, yeah, I'm gonna have a super day where like the total is like a half hour because I gotta really catch up on this movement to my other movements. And in a day with the other movements, I only get 6 minutes added to the board as it does the push-ups. So, like, let's say we did curls with a barbell. To do about 10 reps, 8 reps, it's gonna take about 20 seconds. So it's the equivalent of about 6 sets as far as a timer goes. Or even 7 sets, because sometimes they do them quickly. So it really adds up almost 2 minutes each time. It's actually kind of a lot. So you can go ahead and give the countdown whenever you're ready, and I will begin the next set. And thanks for being there, dude. Person, Jupiter. Okay.
Nice. Was I close? I counted 80. That was close, right? I couldn't see the reset too. Seriously. Okay. I'm okay with the extra 10 seconds, wink wink. So the final one I'll be facing this direction. So we're gonna do something like this. What's that? So it was around 75 for the pace, which 75 at that pace is healthy. I just decided to do 80 because the totals. Just because the total in 4 sets, it's an extra 40 reps, which, you know, that adds up day by day. However, without pulling on the skin, you're definitely going to need a second. I might be able to, but I risk falling. So, one moment. We'll just kind of rotate through the fingers, I guess. Thumb, finger. May hold these for longer in the future. Usually I do this in the shower. I know, it wouldn't hurt. It was just gonna be like a stumble thing, you know, whatever. If I had a workout partner, I would go till I stumble and be like, darn it, because it's just a much more intense pace, but nothing too crazy. So we have 2 viewers. Cool. Yeah, normally it's just Jupiter. We have another person here. Yeah, and I always had to pull on my skin to get these to show, but it's starting to show without it. Lots of diet. And I'm kind of happy with how my abs are shaping. I was always curious to what they would look like. I've actually never had a 6-pack, let alone actual visible abs. I've always been more on like the tankier side. Before I started exercising, I hadn't weighed myself, and I got really sick. I was throwing up, vomiting for like 3 days. And thanks. For like 3 days, and I weighed myself, and I was 227 pounds after vomiting for 3 days and not eating food. Yeah. And so I now weighed myself before exercising, and I'm about 156 pounds, which means I've lost 65, 70 pounds. I'll have to do the math on that. 72 pounds I lost. And I was scared of having like stretch marks, so I did it really, really, really slow. Like 4 or 5 pounds a month for almost 2 years. So it was like 1 pound a week, and by the end of the month it was 5 pounds less, then another 5 pounds. But it was really slow, because I just, I was really scared that it would be like, so I just took my sweet time. It took about 20 months to reach that weight. And I didn't really exercise much either. I didn't have the energy. I was eating like maybe 200 calories in apples, 1 banana, which is about 125 calories if it's large, and whatever my baby would either throw on the ground or not eat on her plate was the food that I received. Whatever my daughter didn't eat was what I ate, but for however much I made for my baby, which wasn't much. Yeah, 1 pound a week consistently for 2 years is still like 80 something pounds in 2 years. Like, that's actually kind of fast, right? Mine was like less. I just never stopped dieting. I just eliminated a food item per day. Candy, soda, milk, juice. Like, I just slowly didn't have any more of the good stuff. But anyways, that was a tear of love for those that like their junk food. So I'm ready to start the next set, definitely. On your count, Jupiter. Yeah, a tear of love for the junk food. But anyways. The weight loss was mostly diet. Anyways. Mostly diet. I mean, I hardly ate anything. 3 apples and an orange. Or 3 apples, an orange, and a banana. And like some chicken. Thank you. So that completes 8 minutes of squats. Which the front of the leg feels like it took the brunt on this one. And so we may do another 2 sets. Thanks. Yeah, I decided to do 5 more quickly after you said the timer was up. I decided to do 5 quickly, just to get more of like an explosive burn during fatigue. Yeah, thank you. I thought that would help for the long haul. Gosh, I want those so bad. Anyways. Seriously. I mean, pretty much, but I do like my Alexa. It helps a lot. I think. Thanks. I mean, I do have all this body hair, which, if I can get it to show through the body hair, then that means there's something substantial. And then I may take it off with, I don't know, a lot of freaking razors. Maybe I'll only use hair clippers. That way it's like stubble, but just for the camera. Because that's a lot of straight razors. And I used Nair when I was like way younger. And my little brother could not stop laughing at how the bathroom smelled because I didn't know that you should trim all the hair first. And it smelled like someone lit me on fire. Like you just smelled burnt hair. It was freaking funny. No. Yes, the fur gives resistance for the sunlight and the cold. It's not hair. It's sensory feelers. They're sensory feelers. I used to make all types of jokes, like, you know, when the water hits it, it makes sound waves. It's not hair. I had this much body hair, which on the camera it's probably not as, maybe it is, but when I was like 15 in the high school gym, I was 15 years old and I took my shirt off and all the bros would be like, dude, what the hell? Because it was literally this much. Right. Yes, we do use Nair, or at least I did. I used Nair. You're supposed to trim the body hair first, or it will smell like, you'll get folliculitis too. All those little bumps. It looks like a skin rash at like a bad spa or a bad nail salon, at a bad massage parlor or something. But or even some bodybuilders where they go, oh look, you have the steroid bumps. I think it's from Nair. But yeah. Early bloomer. Maybe in the body hair aspect. I totally did. You should use hair clippers to take most of the hair off, then use Nair. Otherwise, it literally burns and fries the hair off and will smell like you put a lighter on your arm. Like, you know, like if the stove gets your arm hair, it stinks. Like, same thing. Oddly enough, I don't grow body hair like this anywhere else, not even the legs. Like, the legs are long. So, cool. Just right here in my back. Like, I don't shave my arms. That's like, it's like a weird fur pattern. Like a calico. So I think because I did 8 minutes again, and I did 8 minutes yesterday, I think I'm going to do another 2 minutes and 2 minutes for a total of 12 minutes. Just so that maybe the next day I'm walking funny or something, you know? Because I won't be doing legs for a while. Because I'll have cardio, maybe a rest day, my normal push-ups and sit-ups. And I mean, I'm taking all types of breaks. So right now we're at what? 320 reps of bodyweight squats. I think we're going to do another 2 sets. Just to bring it to a more decent number. So I'm going to scoot the camera this way because that floor spot has a minor imperfection, which, you know. I don't know about that. It's pretty bad on close-up time scale. Like, my neck can be scary unless I like trim it with scissors. It's a lot of body hair. It's like Wolfman trial. So, anyways, I'm ready when you are. Let me know if you put it. Oh, I thought that said, oh, it does. Cool. That's 10 minutes of squats. And I felt that one, especially those last few. Just had to swim it in like water, right? Swam it. But you know. Thanks. They're starting to show without having to pull on the skin. That took from September 22nd, September 23rd, till October 27th to not have to pull on the skin to have it show a little bit. That's pretty good. Definitely good and motivating. Even my form and stance was a little solid there. You couldn't see where my feet were, but I didn't go on my toes as much. I stayed flat-footed. Thanks. So I stayed flat-footed on every rep on that one while I was tired. Like, you know, when you see people do squats with the barbell, they have something underneath their heels, like a plate. On that one, I ended up real flat and solid each squat, which means that I'm tired and my body's compensating stance to achieve the movement, which is what I was kind of looking for. You're definitely a good personal trainer, Jupiter. How do I make you a like a moderator or something. That way you have like a special. Here we go. There. So we have at least like something. And like I can't really do much, but I can put you as a moderator on the live stream. Yeah. Cool. So I made you a moderator, which I should have done a while ago. But yeah. Totally. Now it says your name in bluish purple. Anyways. I put it whatever color you wanted, just so you know. No problem. I should have done that a while ago between me and you. I don't know why I didn't. That's a brain fart type of thing. So we're at 10 minutes of squats, and I'm starting to feel limp. Thanks. Totally. I really think I should do one more. Oh, there goes my shoulder. It's like twitching uncontrollably. I would say I'm almost ready, but my shoulder started going do, which I haven't had that in many, many moons. Normally it's the shoulder does that on occasion. The front delt does that. Usually it's the rear delt that does that, or even the leg in a different way. Or I haven't had my right pectoral do that in years, as far as the twitching. And the occasional forearm twitch. And sometimes the belly, a sharp, and of course the lower back. No, the floor. This house was built in the late 1940s on 2x8 joists. And so it has a little flex in this particular room is on 2x8 joists anyways. And they're close together. I have to measure the span. But it has a little bit of flex in however many linear feet this is. Just throwing that out there. And also the sheeting is not sheeting. It's 1x4 planks. And so those are all nailed side by side. And so they kind of make a lot of sounds. It's impossible to sneak through these rooms. It makes a bunch of noise. But anyways. Yeah, it's old school. Hella old school. And yeah. It's just how the house is built in the late 40s. And even the sink is the old stub-out sinks. They're not from the actual countertop. They stub out the wall, the old school style. Like, it's pretty cool. But yesterday, my knees kind of felt a little like. But today, the muscles decided, I guess, to stabilize. I'm careful. The house has hell of personality, especially this yellow. Reminds me of my daughter. My daughter's name is Sol, which is sun, right? Which means sun in Spanish. And she's a girl, but that's my baby girl, right? My only baby girl. Well, I have two, but my only baby girl. Yeah.
Dude, yellow is awesome. It's a high energy color. A lot of people don't like it, but I think it's such a good energy. I mean, yellow, and if we do, I might spice it up in here and like try and make it look pretty one day. And I may do a live stream of me doing some taping and mudding, or some other various streams like tool reviews, but right now it's mostly fitness. It really is for her. And also the mother of my child. The mother of my child is a little younger than me, not much. But in about 20 years, in about 20 years, the mother of my child will be approaching 50 years old. And when she's around 50, I'm gonna try and have something nice for her. And I'm gonna be so nice to that little old lady, that little granny. But anyways, cool. Oh, I'm gonna be so nice to her when she's older, no matter how she looks. Like, she does not know that. Like, she gave me my beautiful daughter. Like, I couldn't ask for anything more. I love my daughter so much. I love my baby. Anyways, I'm ready for another set of squats. Whenever you are. My legendary timer. She really is like my blessing. I have a daughter. Like, I had my first daughter when I was 4 years old. Yeah. So she has like an older dad when she graduates high school. Because in 10 years, the mother of my child will be 14, and I will be 46. Which, that'll be a really cute time period, I think. However, we don't live together. You know how it goes. But yeah, I'm totally gonna have the live video of me doing the actual work. So I'm going on my toes a little bit on these. I don't know if it's floor slope or stance, but I've noticed on all the big lifts, they have a plate under their heels. But I feel I'll just discover what it is if I just keep doing the movement. Exercise theory. Not quite sure. Thank you. That's 12 minutes of squats. Around 480 is the total number of reps. So I think that's good for today. On squats, maybe, maybe not. We'll see how this goes. I did do squats yesterday too. So I think that's good for today. So I'm not really sure if I should run or do leg extensions. All the way off to the other side of the gym. Bear with me. I respect the mother of my child so much, and I swear, maybe more than anyone. Like, I respect her probably more than anyone else does, like, in her whole life, probably her whole life. And have really tried to show her that. Anyways, you know, everybody claims that they love you most. I don't know. There's still a lot of things that I haven't done for her, like random nice things. So I always try and find something nice that I haven't done for her, and I try and do that for her. And oh, thanks. Anyways, so she's tired. Like, I really let her know that it's okay. And if she gets frustrated, I try and understand that I wasn't there, whatever that may be. Or maybe if I paid attention more, I would know. Like, I always try and find that spot as to, like, you know, what don't I know? And maybe that's why. But anyways, I wouldn't say I'm the perfect guy. No one is. But I really love my baby. I'm always there for that girl. I always will be. Like, seriously. She doesn't tell me much. Never has, but I pay attention as much as I can. And I used to try and massage her feet and her hands at night, just because I know she, not really her back, she never really cared for it, or maybe she always thought it would lead to other things, but I used to always massage her feet and her hands in particular, because I know she gets tired. And massaging the hands releases pressure points. It's actually healthy. And I tried to do it in the moonlight with my shirt off, and as you know, there wasn't much to look at. So one day I might be able to fix that for her. I don't know. She cuts it off after 5 minutes anyways. Yeah. She's just, okay, I'm done. Like, damn it. One day I'll get good at foot massages too. I've bought like a few items to try, but yeah. Anyways, now I just focus on my daughter. Right. I even cracked the blinds to try and have the moonlight on. Like, never mind. I'm sure somebody went and threw up. But anyways, yeah. Right. But I mean, I do respect how she feels so much that she may, like, it may feel like I'm being overly sweet or nice. It's not like that. It's just like her dad wasn't always there her whole life. And like, there's so many like small things that I feel like she probably didn't get. So I try and give that to her, even though she's a grown woman. I still do that sometimes. I can't help it. Like, here you go, boo-boo. But anyways. It's a very nice lady. I think I'm going to do some leg extensions on all this positivity, and thanks for all the support, Jupiter. So I'm not really sure where to put the camera without it falling. Without it being weird as I adjust it. I didn't get to do it enough. She wouldn't let me. She wouldn't let me do it. Like, I tried, she just wasn't feeling it. Like, you know, you can't make someone feel like doing that either. Like, I don't know what was going on, but, you know? Leg extensions are new, totally. I only have 6 minutes of these things tracked. I never had a, leg extension machine. I had a bench when I was younger, but you can't even see the movement. But I'm going to scoot it back a hair. Oh, cool. You can actually see this part. Cool. And so, I hope so. Maybe not. Maybe she had some really amazing people in her life. I don't know. My daughter is 2 years old, and I was there every step of the way. Yeah, 2-minute timer. Normally I get to 100. This is a 35-pound plate, which we'll just start with that. And I only have another 25-pound plate that my little brother gave me, which, thank you, Landon. Thanks, little brother. But so I can put 70 pounds on this, but I mean 70 times 100 is just a lot of volume, and I don't think my legs are going to be ready for that. I might be able to, but I doubt it. I have my beautiful daughter. That's freaking right. I have soul, and that's all that I need. I'll be okay. And I mean, I'm serious. I love my baby so much. I would just hang out with her and just like listen and give her space. You know what I mean? Or have her own room. But like, yeah, I love my baby. She don't even talk yet, but she is always. By the time she was like 4 months old, she literally told me everything. A baby, like I swear, my 4-month-old tells me everything. She's expressive. She'll just let me know. And I mean, I used to spring out of bed immediately as soon as she started crying to get her a bottle. Like I couldn't believe my reaction time. I don't know if there was like the laws of nature helping me or what, but I mean, she didn't have to cry for any period of time for me to spring out of bed. I was just like already in tune, like, okay, baby, here you go. So she may expect a bottle in a timely manner because I was so quick to do that, but you know, don't bother me now. Here's a bottle, baby girl. Right. So I'm definitely giving these quads a little bit of a rest because I might do 2 minutes of hamstring curls too. Definitely. Me being an older father is so much different. Like, if I was 18, by the time they graduate high school, I would only be this 36 years old, the same age I am right now when my daughter graduates. That's just mind-blowing for me if I had kids at 18. Like, that would mean that my daughter would be graduating and I'm only 36, which is me right now. Right. Like, imagine having a kid at 17 or 18. You're only like 35, 36 when they graduate high school. That's just freaking crazy to me. So when my baby graduates high school, I'm going to be like 50, 48 years old. And the mother of my child will be 42. So that's really cool for me to like understand that difference. Like, it's kudos to those that have kids at 18 and their babies graduate when they're 36. Like, goodness, because then when they're 20 and you're 38, like, whoa. Every step I was there for that baby. Like, I was in the delivery room when she gave birth to her. I was the first person to hold her. I couldn't ask for anything more. She literally stopped crying as soon as I held her. Like, baby girl, baby. Right, I almost cried just now. But she literally stopped crying as soon as I held her. I couldn't believe it. Like, that's not supposed to happen. You're supposed to just cry because you're a baby. It's okay. And we measured her on a little table. Yeah, thank you, Dr. Newman from Kaiser and Vallejo. Totally appreciate it, dude. Seriously, I kind of owe that guy or something. I don't know how to explain it. But I'm going to get these 2 minutes leg extensions out the way. And I think I might do cardio later on tonight because this is a really long live stream. And yeah, I mean, I missed out on a few things when the mother of my child left me, but like I missed out on her learning how to drink out of a straw. She's 2 years old now, but I didn't get to go into a pool or the water with her the first time on her 1-year-old birthday. She kind of just let someone else do that randomly. There's a few things that I didn't get to be the first time with her, but yeah. However, a nice lady told me she'll remember the first time with her dad, and that's what matters most. So that's kind of like what I hold on to. Like, yeah, you're right. Not every kid had their parent in their life all the time, but they do remember the first time with their parent, or with their mom, or with their dad. You know, the first time going to an amusement park with her dad will be different. Yeah, no, the mother of my child definitely loves my baby. I don't question that. You know, them both being girls, you know, right. With both of them being girls, I expected a little bit of clashing of just like, you know, I've seen women brush their daughter's hair and get jealous over how nice their daughter's hair is in comparison to theirs. Like, be nice, hey. But anyways, yeah, I've noticed. It's really funny. It's not like hateful, it's like just funny. Like, hey, be nice to her. But anyways, the mother of my child does love her. And that's what's important for me to know, because some mothers, like, they just, I don't know. I wouldn't say all mothers, it's like kind of rare for me to actually have visually seen that, but I've seen some pretty messed up mothers that like screw their daughters over with like even cars. Like the daughter turns 18 and they buy a car in her name without her knowing and mess up her credit by the time she's 20. Like, not cool. I would never do that to my baby. I would literally pay for a car in her name to build her credit if I could. Like, I wouldn't co-sign. I would have her get in her name and pay the difference so that she builds credit. Like, seriously. Oh, I'm ready. Definitely ready on this one. And this machine is kind of like, never mind. It's hard to do. But it needs more space or something. But anyways, let me know when you're ready and we will do the timer. Yeah, and I'm not here to talk crap about parents because it's always hard and stressful, and by the time you realize it, it's usually too late. You know what I mean? However, my baby's 2, and I realized so many things by the time she wasn't even a year old, or maybe even a year old, and I realized so many things. So here we go. 135 was my count. A bit sloppy, but I'm okay with that. Yeah, 35 pounds is a good weight to do 2 minutes timers on. But I wouldn't mind this being 50 pounds or a 45. I just don't have a 45-pound plate. So I'll just stick to this till I get really used to it. And one day, get another 25-pound plate and leave it at 50 with the potential for 70. Yeah, I know. I can't get it to, I'm not really sure where to put it. Like up here. I won't really show it. I just can't seem to have it not fall over, basically. You know, sunshine sweats. Ooh, that's better. Is that slightly better? I just don't want the camera to fall. That might be better. A little bit. It's only 35 pounds, and that was 135 reps. So 35 times 135. Right. No, Jupiter. But so baby. But anyways. Right. I've never dropped my baby, by the way. But sometimes when the phone falls and we're on like a FaceTime, I go, no, baby. Yeah, that's like a special thing for my daughter. So I will naturally convert to something like that in the middle of attention for anyone else, basically. And I am stuck in like lovey baby mode because I talked to her shortly before this phone call. And so it can take hours. Right? It can take hours for me to not be so baby talky. I'm just used to loving my 2-year-old. And I plan on doing that for her all the way until she's like 10 or 11 years old. Maybe even after that, even like I can't help it. I have a 12-year-old daughter too. She'll be 13 in December. And I made sure I was kind of really good to her. Just like that, all the way through. Yes, basically, if anyone's ever truly loved their baby, they will totally understand that it's a whole different mindset while that child is around. Like, she needs to know that she is loved, and she can say how she feels, and that just like, you know, what she says matters, and what's around her can teach her, and just like everything, you know. My baby's such a good listener, so I don't even know what to say about that, but yeah, I love her so freaking much. I know everyone brags about how smart their kid is, but like my baby is so smart. I wonder if she's like got 3 different people in her. Like, she is so freaking smart. She was playing the piano, and she can remember what notes. Like, you know, sometimes when you play like on an instrument and randomly hit things, you come up with kind of a nice tune, and you can't remember what the heck you just put into the piano or the guitar. She remembers what tune she played and presses those 5 or 4 buttons again and then looks at me, and I'm like, "That's great job, baby." Like, and then she'll look, and then she'll go back to the little piano thing, and I'm like, "Baby, you're playing the same tune again." Like, what? And she's 2 years old, and she'll show me that whatever tune she plays, she'll do it again, and it's like, whoa. And I had to practice on the guitar a long time to remember the 5 notes that sounded decent. Like, anyways, yeah. My other daughter's pretty decent with instruments too, but we don't talk much. I met her when she was 9, or yeah, 8 or 9. I'll have to double check the calendar. She like had a birthday right after I met her. Around the similar time that I had started talking to the mother of my child. After a while, I got to meet her daughter. So you know how that goes. But it's complicated. Like, I've known the mother of my child for quite some time now. So yeah. It's always difficult. I don't know what that means, but yeah. It is. And you're like one of the first person that I've been able to talk to it about without hearing something that's going to make me hit them. But anyways, thanks for just being normal about it. They're usually like on a different childish page. It's like, oh, thanks for the hug. Yeah. Thanks. I don't get so sad about it like I used to, but man, I always miss my baby. I call like every morning. I send her a good morning message. I call every morning. And then every afternoon or every evening, I call and talk to her too. Yeah. And tell her good morning, good night. Those are the most important things. Like, I like to know that you went to bed and that you loved. Like, I like to tell her that she's loved and that she went to know that she went to bed. And I like to know that she woke up and is still healthy and alive. Like, it's really important. There's nothing worse than, like, you know? Yeah. I hope so. I sure hope so. I mean, I know she does. If not, I'll just continue to show her every day as much as I can. That will never change.
It don't matter how old I am. That would never change. I will always love her and show her that I love her in whatever ways that I can. And I can't wait to like watch like whatever like cartoons she watches. Like I'll watch those too. That way I know what's going on. Whatever book she reads, I'll probably read it too. That way I know like all that type of stuff. I plan on being a part of it. Yeah, definitely my baby's forever. Like, darn freaking right. So I don't plan on like I care about my baby's like brain like so much that I'm not gonna have another mother figure, another mother around her for I don't know how long, you know, like she would have to be the one to say something off the wall like that, like I don't know how to explain that. I'm not gonna have another mother, a stepmom for my daughter. I just don't want to do that to her. And I asked the mother of my child not to put any other person around her like that either. And she's such a funny girl. The mother of my child. This. It's like a chemical burn or something from. It's been there a while, and you can kind of see it on the ring finger too. But it's been there for a while. It's I was like cutting some branches, and I guess they sprayed poison or something. My heart is open to possibilities, but my daughter's feelings are so important to me. Like, I don't know how to explain that. Like, I think she might just have her dad and her mom. Right. Yeah. My daughter comes first. She's my top priority. Christmas is coming up, and I know what to get her because she's my daughter. I do know what to get her. It's just a matter of getting those particular things. So I want to get her like a cute princess or like a cute chair for her to sit on. Because I always see her standing watching TV or laying on a bed, and I think she would just like to have her own chair. I don't know. And I want to get her just like little things. Yeah. I just want to get her own chair or something. She just seems like she would like that. She has a tricycle, which is probably a cool spot. She may be using that real soon. The tricycle is sturdy. I tested it myself and was able to fit on it somehow and ride around, which probably looked hilarious, but yeah. Like I made sure I got a good one. Because I wanted her to use it. And so I bought her like a real sturdy one from Amazon. I didn't ride it, I just kind of like felt it around, like probably looked hilarious. Got her little yellow tricycle. But that's not a real seat or a chair. And I might want to get her like, I don't know, just something cool. I have lots of ideas. I saw her looking at Barbie dolls at Costco. We went on a Costco trip to buy some food, and I might get her one of those or like something like that. Right? It'd probably look hilarious. Or a little mini tricycle, but yeah. And I wanted to get her a drift bike, but she's not old enough. But I have so many ideas.
So many ideas. Yeah. I think I'm ready for another 2 minutes of leg extensions. Ooh, wow. Hopefully I don't overdo it. If I overdo it, I'm just gonna be walking a little funny. Oh, yeah, darn. But that's good. It's just like arms. You know, oh, I'm extra sore. You know, I think that's the thing about leg day, is it really takes you out for the count if you do too many. But that's all right. I think this will be the last one of leg extensions though, for 4 minutes, for 200 and something reps. Yeah, definitely ready. Oh, I found on this machine, or this thing, to push right here, it's a little more spacious and easy to deal with. Definitely ready, sort of. Cool. Thanks. So it's 260 reps by my count on the leg extension machine, and 480 bodyweight squats. So I think that's a good amount of movement on the legs. That was me doing that. Luckily it wasn't a spasm. That's what I counted anyways. So that will probably complete my leg day until I get more in tune with this particular movement. Totally. I want to do hamstring curls. I've never actually used this machine for those, so I'm considering it. I just know my quads are stronger than my hamstrings, obviously. So I think I might put a 25-pound plate just to see how this goes for 2 minutes. But I'm gonna do that after 20 minutes on a treadmill, which will be another live stream because we're approaching quite the timer. And I completed the bodyweight squats at like 38 to 40 something minutes, so I'll have to double check. So I've just been kind of just chatting away today. And seated. It's a hard one. However, in person is so different than a camera. A camera makes it look more defined. I'm not happy with my quads, but I do have some separation going on up here now. But I mean, I feel like my arms are like more like how I can kind of see something on my back, and my back in particular. And even my chest, like, I can get it to kind of, you know. But, it's nowhere near the way I want it to look. I think I see too many animes, like anime cartoons, like Japanese anime, and those body types are almost impossible to achieve. So maybe that's why. But I mean, I'll get something decent. But I'm okay with the way I'm starting to shape. I just really need this to look more like something where I can kind of totally tell that there's something going on, you know? No, I don't watch anime. My daughter does. But that particular body types of those freaking guys is not easy to achieve. However, I don't actually watch anime. When I was younger, maybe like 22 years old, I might have watched anime, but it's been so long. Thanks. I do need the secondary opinion because I do scroll on all these fitness influencers and I do give those guys their kudos. They put in the work to achieve that body type. That's for darn sure. Definitely gonna try hamstring curls after cardio. What is my goal? My goal is to have a very defined abdominal region and to be 160 pounds, which I'm going to gain some weight working out my legs. I know I'm going to put on 2 pounds at least. I see those cartoon guys and I'm just like, no. But anyways, like, it's hella funny, like, yeah, I was like, hey, like Goku from Dragon Ball Z, like, not fair. But I was always curious to how my abs would look, so I may try and make those look a certain way as I progress. It's not like a no, it's just like, goddamn, that's very aesthetic and symmetrical and just, you know, but yeah. It is. I saw too many Japanese anime characters that were all perfectly symmetrical and oversized and everything. Thanks. I have had some gains. I went from 227 pounds down to 160. 156. It depends on the day. But lately I've been weighing in at 157, 156, 154. 159 and just every couple of days, which you can kind of see sometimes my arms look more full. Those are more heavy days. Thanks. Well, I don't like to actually ever get there. I always have to have something to strive for, but yeah, thank you. I got it, I think. Day by day. I don't rush it. God, not yet. There will be days on here where I feel like I'll have some really high intensity workouts. But right now, I'm just trying to get my body used to doing that many reps and then shortening the amount of time that it takes, which eventually will look like an intense. I got a message from my friend Dan, or Daniel. He goes to the gym every single morning. And I always get, since he went to the gym in the morning, like every day just about, I always end up going too. It's just one of those things. However, we don't train together. He lives about an hour away. It's not really doable. And we have different training styles. His is like like an in between a time set and a total number of reps. He does as many as he can with like a heavy weight, and then he just lowers the weight and does as many as he can, and then lowers the weight and does as many as he can. Which he starts off kind of heavy, so his sets are like a minute. He doesn't go this much for 2 minutes, and he doesn't do body weight work either. He does a lot of machines, but he's cool. I've known him since we were in high school. So about 20 years, I would say I've known him. And I still don't know him that well. Fitness is a journey, not a destination. Heck yeah. Gotta always yeah, I agree. Because if it was a destination, you'd be locked into a routine with no spice, no nothing, right? So I'm right there with you on that. Yeah, he damn near starts off pretty heavy and does a drop set, which I do too secretly. If I have a training partner, I'll grab the weight and help them for 5 or 10 more reps. You know, like let's say with a bench pressing and they're at that spot where it's like a slow trek upwards. I'll grab the weight and I'll help them do 7 reps, 6 reps, because it's an extra 20% in volume or more in just a few seconds. Like, that's my style. Like, let's say you're doing 8 reps and on the 8th rep you're right here real slow. I'll grab the bar and we'll do another 5. Like, that's just, or 7, or 3, just depends on how heavy it is. But yeah, because it's essentially a drop set without them having to hold the bar like this and wait for the weights to slide off. Just grab the bar and help them. That's my style. I'm a very team player. On all movements, by the way. It wouldn't matter what it was. Besides squats, I would help, but not like that. I would have to come up with something. It's a little too touchy-feely on my friend. Maybe Latin pull-downs, stuff like that. Oh, coming soon, videos in the park, parallel dips and pull-ups. I just have to get a tripod for the camera, which are on Amazon for a few dollars, but I would rather buy my daughter a toy or clothes or a new jacket or socks or shoes or whatever. So every time, yeah. I've only done 4 minutes of these. I feel like I should do another 2 minutes. Leave this one up to Jupiter. What do you think? Should I do another 2 minutes of leg extensions and then run later on today? And then do hamstring curls to finalize the day? And yes, maxing out the start is like for the young guys. Like when you're older, like you'll have an injury. Like some of us have to get warmed up. Like my quad's kind of warmed up in the middle of that. So I think I'm gonna do another 2 minute set. I'm not sure if it's still here, Jupiter. It shows you here, but yeah. We're just gonna do 100. But no, his workout style is pretty cool. It's like a drop set, but I have no problem assisting for another 5 reps. Like if I had a trainer here, I would not care if they helped me do another 10 once I was maxed out. Because it's lower weight anyways. Like, teamwork seems to be out the window lately. I don't know why. They call them drop sets. They're decent. I like those. A little on the expensive side because you gotta have numerous plates to slide off. Like for example, this is 35 pounds. If you put 5 10-pound plates, get as many as you could, and however long it takes, and then have someone slide off 10 pounds. Do as many as you can. Slide off 10 pounds. That's a good sweet spot. I'm just a real big fan of a 2-minute timer, a certain weight, as many times as you can. And later, Jupiter. So that was my third set. We will be doing cardio and hamstring curls later. We better spend more time in here. I feel like I can get some serious numbers. That was a pretty good one.
I'm okay with that. 2 hours. Bit on the slow side. I'm almost positive the next one won't take that long. But it was a good, healthy conversation. What is green screen? Okay. Alright, now I understand what green screen is. Cool. Anyways, thanks Jupiter for always being there. I will talk to you later. Give a shout out to my daughter. I love you, Soul. Love you, baby. You're the best girl. The best baby. Love you, Soul. I love you, baby.